Hello everyone, and welcome to our video on domain of language use. In sociolinguistics, the term language domain refers to the specific social or situational context in which language is used. It encompasses the various settings, interactions, and activities where individuals communicate, and it influences the linguistic choices people make. Language domain analysis involves examining how linguistic features and variations are shaped by the social factors within specific communication settings. Understanding language domains helps researchers explore the relationship between language and society, shedding light on the dynamics of language use in different contexts. In a prior video, we looked at various social factors that influence language use. Here we're looking at how those, amongst other features, contribute to defining a domain. Each of us engages with language across various domains in our daily lives. Let me illustrate this concept with examples from my friend's language use. The first domain is family, where she employs an informal version of Mandarin Chinese when discussing her life in the US or events in China with her parents. Mandarin Chinese serves as the shared home language. Moving to the domain of friendship, she adopts a casual American English when chatting with her native English-speaking friend during holiday shopping. Finally, in the formal domain of employment as a professor teaching sociolinguistics, she predominantly uses American English, occasionally incorporating informal elements to emphasize points in her sociolinguistics teaching. Employment in the educational field necessitates a more formal language compared to the informal settings of family and friendship domains. Now, let's explore language domains through another illustration. This is drawn from Holmes and Wilson's An Introduction to Sociolinguistics, so their book. Consider the case of Kalalal, a 16-year-old boy from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Zaire. His linguistic repertoire, his language toolkit, comprises of a standard dialect, 2 vernaculars, and 2 versions of his tribal language. The standard dialect he uses is Standard Swahili. The vernaculars, both local varieties of Swahili, include Kingwana, used for marketplace interactions and daily communication, and Ndaubil, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is like in-group slang amongst the young people in the region. Additionally, at home and within his tribe, Kalalal employs both the formal and informal styles of Shi, which I might be also mispronouncing, his tribal language. So here we have an individual who can fluently speak 4 languages. Consider how he navigates the decision of which language to use. And you may notice this is intricately linked to the social factors I explored in a prior video. The selection of language by Kalalal hinges on the attributes of the speakers involved. It encompasses both Kalalal and himself and his conversation partners. Moreover, his language preference is influenced by the social context of the conversation, along with the specific function and topic under discussion. The context of communication within a family, workplace, or community establishes a framework influenced by the social dynamics of that domain. Understanding these social factors is essential for unraveling the intricate ways in which language is employed and adapted across diverse social settings. In sociolinguistics, leakage refers to the phenomenon where linguistic features or elements associated with one language or dialect influence another language or dialect that individual uses. So this cross influence can occur when a person consciously or unconsciously incorporates elements from one linguistic variety into another. So for example, an individual accustomed to using slang and informal language with friends, so the friendship domain, may experience leakage when they inadvertently use informal expressions or colloquialisms in a formal workplace setting, so the employment domain. The informal language from one domain influences the language use in the other. The concept of leakage is particularly relevant in the context of language domain because leakage is a phenomenon that highlights the interconnectedness of language domains and the fluidity of linguistic behavior as an individual navigates diverse social contexts. The influence of one domain on another can lead to a blending or mixing of linguistic elements, shaping the complexity of language use within various social settings. Now, one final comment on leakage. Leakage in sociolinguistics refers to basically the unintentional transfer of linguistic features from one language or dialect to another, often occurring without conscious choice. In contrast, code switching, which we'll get to briefly in this video and more so in another video, involves the intentional and conscious alternation between two or more languages or varieties within a single conversation or discussion. Understanding the domains of language use in sociolinguistics involves recognizing several important features that shape language choices in different social or situational contexts. So here are some key features to consider. First, there are the various social dimensions, which we explored in another video called Social Factors That Impact Language Use. Those features included social distance, status, formality, and function of the talk. Next, we have linguistic repertoire. The concept of a linguistic repertoire refers to the range of linguistic resources and varieties that an individual has command over. So it encompasses the different languages, dialects, registers, and styles that a person can use in various communicative situations. Essentially, it represents the linguistic toolkit that an individual possesses. The relationship between language domain and linguistic repertoire lies in the fact that a person's linguistic repertoire is often employed differently across different language domains. The linguistic repertoire provides the resources, while language domains determine which specific linguistic features are activated in a given context. Next, we have code switching and mixing. So code switching, where speakers switch between languages of variety within a conversation, and then code mixing, where elements from different linguistic codes coexist. These are common phenomena within language domains. These reflect the dynamic nature of language use. Code switching, unlike leakage, again, is an intentional choice. So we have adaptability. Individuals exhibit adaptability in adjusting their language use based on the demands of the different domains. The ability to switch between linguistic varieties is a key aspect of sociolinguistic competence. Cultural and societal norms. So cultural and societal norms within a given community or a group impact the linguistic norms within language domains. These norms contribute to the shared understanding of appropriate language use in a specific context. And finally, convenience, which simply means whichever variety comes easier. Fundamentally, the language domain serves as a perspective through which social factors become evident in language utilization. The communicative context within family, workplace, or community, for example, forms a structure that is shaped by the social dynamics inherent to the particular domain. Grasping these social factors is crucial for deciphering the intricate ways in which language is employed and adjusted in a variety of social environments. So that's all for now. See you guys later.